Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Crafting Bookworm. Today we're going to do a little craft. Welcome back everyone. Welcome new subscribers. Thanks to all of you for hanging out and joining me on all this stuff, on all these crafty things and etc. So today we are going to work on making one of these pockets right here. Isn't that gorgeous? I was watching Lorie over at Enchanted Dreams 71, and she was making these, so I said I want to try that. And so they're so beautiful. We're gonna be putting it in the botanical journal. So we need an envelope. We're gonna start with our envelope. We're gonna need a print of some kind. And something I don't think Lorie did. I don't think Lorie covered the inside with book page. I don't want the blue of the envelope. So that's why I went ahead and covered the inside. So I'm going to get a book page out of this Reader's Digest. Somewhat trustworthy pages. Oh, I think I need two, I believe. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to open this envelope, and these open up pretty easy. So I just really have to take that off of there and off of here. Okay. And we're gonna not really collage, because we're gonna really just stick the papers on. So I need let's use my paper here, and we're going to use the glue stick. I think for the inside of this it'll be okay. And then we're going to use my art glitter glue on the edges. So we can make sure all of that is going to stick down. If I can get the glue to cooperate today. You guys know how it goes with me. It doesn't like to. And see, it's not. It's not coming out of there. I don't know why I have such a hard time. It's still barely coming out of there, but it's enough to get glue on these edges so that I can be certain it is going to stick. Okay. So we're going to be careful not to go over any of, I should have had the straight edge right here. Let's get the straight edge along there. I can cover that, because otherwise it's not going to cover all that blue up. And it's still not, because now I'm not getting at the top. I will get this right, you guys. Okay. It just took me a little bit, but I got it. Okay, and then this one is going to go here. But we are going to we're just going to cover that edge right there. All right. There's the inside of our envelope is together. I'm going to trim this edge. Off my scissors. That's what happens when there's glue involved. Okay, so now that we got this all done on the inside, we are going to get our crease in there. Okay, fold those over, re-glue, like that. we're going to pull off our little thing covering the sticky up, and then you're going to glue that, but you're going to just stay on this side. You don't want to glue here because, well, this goes up pretty high, but they don't always go, envelopes don't always go up this high, and so you could end up sealing down on where you don't want it to, but this one would be fine. Okay, let's move this out of the way. Those. Okay, so now we've got this. And what we're going to do now is we're going to get our paper and we're going to glue this onto our paper. And I'm just trying to see where I want to position this. You might have a little bit of a white edge showing, because this was a print from Graphics Fairy, and it wasn't the full 8.5 by 11, so that's why we've got such big edges there. And then I just overlaid one of the botanical prints on top. But that's okay. We will make it work. We can just ink the bottom of the other one. I'm not using glue stick on this. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I can composition with this, and it's great hold. So I'm going to glue this envelope with our Fabri-Tac. And now I'm going to hold this back up to the light. So what I'm going to do is have most of it up there at the top. And there'll be a little bit of white at the bottom, I think. And I just put it where I wanted, where the image was. Got glue all over my fingers. Everything's sticking to them. It's the life of the crafter, having gluey fingers. On my side of the world, anyway. Okay, so now we're going to, well, before we glue, we want to fold up all the way to the edge of our envelope. Like that, so they're going to meet. And then these edges will be cutting off. Yeah, I want to get this botanical journal done so that it can go in my shop. I feel like I've got, from what my sister has told me, I've got to expect some people wanting journals that are friends with the people that got the commission journals. And I just can't do orders. I don't have time for orders, so I feel like I need to get as much in my shop as I can. And I also made kind of a promise to myself to have 5 journals besides the 2 that I have in there, to have 5 more journals in my shop by summer is what I hope. And I'd like to keep, you know, a certain amount, and I can't do that if I'm doing orders for people. So that didn't go glue straight, but that's okay. We're going to be cutting the top off. Okay, so we've got something like this. So now we are going to fold up to the envelope, wherever that might be, and we are going to trim these off. A little too close on there, so we are going to just glue that shut. You gotta be careful when you're getting those ends cut off. But there's always a fix. Okay, and then we have something like this. Now this this edge right here, I did not get too close. So we're going to ink that. But that is probably going to be, well, that's really the part that I want to have. So yeah, we're going to ink that up. Okay. So now what we're going to do, let me pull my trimmer over here. We are going to focus on this part, but I would really like to, I might have to just do what you would normally do on here is you would take your envelope and you would, I don't know if you guys can see, angle it in your trimmer. And then you would cut there. You try to get it as even as you possibly can. And of course we're directional again, so one part I would not be able to use. But we're just going to go ahead and do this. Ooh. And so you have two. I did not go very even. So we're going to be using this one. I could use this, but it would be upside down, and that's what I don't want to do. It could go like this. This is why you don't use directional papers. Or you could go like this, and it could be an uptuck if you would like that type on your page. We'll see. And then you can see the inside lined with the book page. So we got this, and I'm really upset that I didn't cut that very equal. But these you can mass make, and you can have several of them done and in your stash, you know, for whatever journal that you're working on. So we're going to pull out our journal here. And we're going to need to focus on an outside page. See, like this would go on here like this. And then you would have your pocket here. And you could actually have another pocket there. So you could have two pockets. But it would look like that from the top. And I just don't like how these look from the top. I like them better from the bottom. So we're going to look for an outside page. We got this one right here. We need some color on this page. And you would just put it on there like this. You can cut the edge off, which I think I'm going to cut this tip off so that I have a straight edge at the top. I prefer that. Okay, and we're just going to glue here and here. You could also glue this up. Well, you know what? We're going to glue the whole thing because I'm only having a single pocket. So we're going to glue this whole thing. I wish my glue was coming out properly. I like to use this for attaching my pockets. It would just really be great if it would work properly. And I've cleaned this tip so many times and it just, I don't know. Okay. And I'm not going to go right on the edge. I'm going to give it a little bit of a border there. Just like that. And there you go. And you could do, if you didn't have directional, you could cut that in half and put one on both the sides. But I just don't like that. What do you guys think? Should I? Because it does look kind of neat like this. And this is not even the center of the signature. We could trim this off. I hate to not use it. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to do it. So, and like I said, you can just do the sides and have extra pockets. I'm just putting them down flat. Okay. So we're going to once again leave a little bit of a border. And there we go. So now we've got a pocket here and a pocket here. So, you know what? I should have inked those. That's okay. And there we go, you guys. Let's make one that's not directional. I've got this print as well. Yeah, still directional, but I have an idea for that. So let's open this up again. Okay. Let's get some more pages out of. Now you don't have to do this step if you don't mind the blue, but I don't want the blue showing when, you know, when people look inside the pocket. So I'm going to cover this up and we'll be right back. Collaged, and you can collage it however you want. I just did it with big pages because it takes less time. So now we're going to get our crease in our envelope. And we're going to put our flaps down and we're going to glue those. You can also use whatever you want on the inside. It doesn't have to be book page. It can be scrapbook paper, dictionary, whatever, you know, any kind of stuff that you want to use for the inside. Or like I said, you don't have to do it at all. Okay, so we're going to fold this up. Just like that. We're going to tear the strip off. And we're going to glue this because I don't trust that. Well, it's going to be all papered anyway, but I feel better putting the glue on there. Okay, so there we go. There's our envelope. Completely sealed. So now I want this part right here, most of this part on my envelope. So we're going to get our Fabri-Tac on because I need time to position. If you don't, if you're pretty good at that, then you know, you use whatever glue you want. And now my Fabri-Tac's not even coming out right. It's barely coming out. Oh, there we go. Okay. And okay. Now I am going to once again hold up my paper so I can see where to position this the best. Okay. You'd think I'd get smart and like mark it with a pencil or something on where to put it. Okay. I think that'll be good. Okay, so now what we're going to do, instead of cutting these, I'm going to fold them up. And we'll just trim off our, well, let's do our folds so that the whole thing will be covered, even the top of the envelope. Which I don't know why I didn't do that on the last one. I should have. Okay. So now we're going to cut to that corner and cut to that corner. And we're going to, we're going to cut along here. Oh, we got a little, oh, there we go. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get these folded down. Let's just put that down. That down. And I think we're going to put this down first. Not a very good cut job, but you guys know me. I don't have a good cut job. Ever. See, we could have had an envelope that way too. I did seal that down. And then we're going to glue here. Just like that. Okay. So there we go. And what we're going to do is we're going to go straight across this time. Right across this point here. And I'll have to seal that part and open this part. But that's a small price to pay for having something that I want. So let's put this in there, and we're going to cut straight across that, like so. Very nice. And this one you can call done. You don't have to do anything else. We're going to ink it, of course. And then this one we got to seal the bottom and open the top. So now it won't be, I can have it going the right direction. And you can just mass make these and you'll have pockets for days. And now we're going to, you know what, I'm going to trim this because I am not a straight cutter. So I'm going to trim the top of this instead with my trimmer. Just like that. Okay. And you can also get this. Now I know a lot of people just go ahead and just do both of them and just notch it, but we're only going to notch the top because I'm going to make this 2 pockets on the page. So if you notice on your cutters, I don't know if this is going to show, you see this little point, not your cutters, on your paper punches. You'll see this. That is the halfway point. That's the half circle when you use those arrows. So I usually go a little bit before that, and I make sure it's even on both sides. And there you go. I had it up to half, but that's okay. So there's your paper punch. Let's try not to do as big of a punch this time. I forgot to move it back away from the halfway point. So don't go all the way up there. Make sure we're even. Much better. And there we go. And you can have your words showing there. Okay. Now we're just going to do some inking on here. And I wanted to put those punches in there like that because I'm going to have 2 pockets. I don't know if I finished expressing myself on that or not. So we're just going to ink around these. Okay. And there, and you can mass make these, guys, and like I said, you can have a whole stash of these for any time that you do a journal. So I'm not going to put these in right now, but yeah, that is how you make these out of envelopes and how you can mass make them. Please go visit Lorie over at Enchanted Dreams 71. I will link to her channel in the title, because this is where I learned this from. So you can do the straight ones across, you can do the angled ones. Now if you do these and you want to use both parts, make sure it's not anything directional, because like this would have to go upwards because the directional. So yeah, make sure it's not directional if you want to do this one and use both parts on your page. So yeah, that is our envelope pockets. Yeah, like I said, go visit Lorie, show her some love. But that's all I have for you guys. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.